Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with dun, dun, dun. A1. What up? Let's see. 7. What it do? Tommy Pickens. Tommy Pickens. Turn that cap lock off, player. Appreciate you. Rosa Williams. Godzilla. What's up, Connie? Adrian Kyle. Hey there. Is that Cherry Ann Johnson? Cherry Ann. Never heard of that one. Cherry Ann. Let me guess. Everybody call you Cherry. Cherry Ann, you got to be called Cherry. They got to break it down. Cherry. What's up, Cherry? Jamaica. What's up? What's up, Jamaica? Capri Lopez. San Antonio. Kales. Kennedy Tatum. 608. What's up, London? UK checking in. Laura Rodney. Big Pan. What's up? What's up, player? Ruth Tahada. What's up? What's up, Andre Harrison? Detroit. Tada, Memphis, Tennessee in the building. Lachey, Gasol, Haiti. My international people are checking in today. What's up with y'all? All right. Well, this is an international discussion. It's an international topic. SA, right? That's what's been like dominating the headlines for the last several months. And well, actually several years, if you really think about it. You got the Epsteins and the Weinsteins and you got your Diddy's and yeah, man. It's wild out here. It's wild out here with this relationship thing, this dating thing, got to be very careful how you move out here. Got to be very careful. Let's get into it. Let me put a pick up on my subject. And here we go, fam. So we have yet another Diddy accuser. This guy has a wild, wild west story to tell. Allegedly, the victim spoke out saying that, well, let me back up. Somebody did speak out, but the alleged victim spoke out saying that he was screaming, telling Diddy to stop. So, okay, here's the backstory, fam. One of the men suing Diddy is telling his story on camera for the first time, describing the alleged RAPE he claims went down after a white party in the Hamptons. He's telling his story with his identity totally concealed. He's going by John Doe, and his image, his face was blacked out. His face and his body was blacked out during the interview. The man is suing anonymously and just filed an amendment to the suit he first filed back in October, claiming he was hired to work security at one of Diddy's parties in 2007. Follow me now, fam. Follow me on this one. This is a guy who was supposed to be working security for Diddy at a white party in 2007. And at some point, Diddy offered him a drink, which he alleges was laced with something. Concealing his face and voice, the alleged victim told CNN, "The first drink started to have some effect on me, and I just thought, wow, these are some really strong drinks. It wasn't until the second drink, and it was already too late, that the man said he realized there was something wrong with the drinks. Once he was incapacitated, he claims Diddy forced him into an SUV and began sodomizing him. He says, I was screaming, telling him to stop. It was incredibly painful, and he was acting like it was nothing, and he seemed to be disconnected from it." Now, the amended lawsuit filed by the alleged victim's attorney, Tony Bugsby, contains two major changes from the original filing. Follow me, fam. First, he initially claimed the Hamptons party happened in 2006, but now says it was 2007. Secondly, in his first filing, he said he never got married due to the trauma of the RAPE. But in the new filing, he says he was married at the time and was too ashamed to tell his wife after suffering through the assault. Diddy's attorney says after Bugsby was exposed this week for pressuring clients to bring bogus cases against Mr. Combs, and after public records showed that, contrary to his allegations, there was no white party in the Hamptons in 2006. Bugsby amended this complaint to walk back the allegations and now claim a different date and wholly different year. In a previous statement addressing the original lawsuit, Diddy's lawyers blasted Tony Bugsby for holding a press conference to garner publicity while offering a 1-800 number for accusers to call to report their allegations. Diddy's legal team also noted the mogul never sexually assaulted anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. All right, fam. Y'all heard the allegations? Where you at with it? Give me a thumbs up if you believe. If you believe the allegations, if you believe the man that has his image right next to Puff right here on the screen, if you believe that dude, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs down if you say, nah, hell no, Willie D, this is a money grab, man. Can't you see it? I need to know what y'all thinking. Let me go into the comments. Staples, down. Buckhorse DC, down. Joe Blast, down. I just need a thumbs up or a thumbs down, fam. It's the chat moving too fast to read everything. Darnell Jones, down. Tip, down. Garnet, Garrett, down. Moses, down. Sterry, down. Chris Brown, down. Hello Kitty, down. Joe Saunders, down. Scott, up. Mickey down, Capri down, Underwrite down, Alligator down, Money Green down, El Marco down, LaFay down, Lisa down. What is it? Tokyo Wit? Tootsie? Tootsie. Tootsie. Toke with it Tootsie. I think that's what it says. Toke with it Tootsie down. Ton down. Eric down. T-Girl down. Michael down. Ali down. Joseph down. Larry Jackson. Mr. God's Property down. Mr. G down. Verge Matthews down. Bryant Wilson down. Dominique down. Hello Kitty up. Brenda down. Rosa down. Organic Beauty down. I like that handle. Organic Beauty. I like that. Rose West down. BJ down. Brick Flipper down. Hurt Dog down. Will he survive? Will he survive? Will he survive? Is up. God of Money down. Lindu J up. Around the World down. Couple more here. Nano down. King Miami Conch down. Okay, fam. Let me dissect this thing for a moment. Let me go back and dissect this thing, right? Let's get back to it. Okay. So the guy says, number one, that he was working security. This is a silhouette of the guy to the right of Diddy on the screen. This is him. This is the guy that's making the claim. So first off, the guy says that he was working security and Diddy offered him a drink. And he took the drink. Really, hey, man, the drink is strong. Man, these are strong drinks. Damn. It's a super strong drink. But then he feels a little something, but he drinks. Well, at first he said, it was a drink. He just took the first drink, and it was super strong. But then he took another drink. By this time, he realized, okay, something going on with this drink, but it's too late now. He's incapacitated. I'm not an alcoholic, but I do have a drink from time to time. And when you have a super strong drink, typically you don't get another drink from the same source. I mean, right or wrong, fam? Am I making sense? Right or wrong? Typically, if you get a strong drink, you're going to coast on that strong drink. You're not going to drink a strong drink. You won't drink a strong drink as quickly as you would one that's been watered down. Right or wrong? You're going to babysit that thing. If the drink is spiked, by the time, well before you finish, you're going to be incapacitated. You're going to be out of here. You're not going to get to a second drink. So you know what I'm saying? That's suspicious to me. I'm not saying he lied. I'm just saying, sounds a little fishy. Here's something else that sounds fishy. Now, let me say this before. Let me preface this forthcoming commentary. Tony Bugsby is one of the premier lawyers in the country, not just Texas, not just Houston. He a go-getter type lawyer, and he know how to go get that money. He go get that money. He know how to get that money. But I'm wondering, you know, what was the plan to go back and revise that lawsuit, and make changes that are so apparent, that fits the narrative, like it's not going to get called out. These are major changes to the accusations, fam. These are major changes. Let's go with a change number one. This is the amended lawsuit. Changes to the, he had initially filed in October, and then he filed another lawsuit he filed another lawsuit recently, an amended lawsuit, right? And I saw a comment. I typically don't comment I typically don't take a break when I'm explaining something, and I'm not going to do it either. I'll come back to it in a minute. I'll let that linger for a moment. I'll let that comment linger for a moment. Okay. Let me make sure I got it right here. Let me put a pickup dude again. Okay. So the amendment lawsuit that was filed by the alleged victim contains two major changes from the original filing. So first, follow me, fam. First, he initially claimed the Hamptons party happened in 2006, but now he says it happened in 2007. Secondly, in his first filing, he said he never got married due to the trauma of the RAPE. But in the new filing, he says he was married at the time and was too ashamed to tell his wife after suffering through the assault. So, you know, in the court of law, if you tell one lie, typically they don't trust that you'll tell the truth. They don't see you as trustworthy. If you tell one lie, they say you'll tell another lie. So who's to say this guy is not lying this time around? Or he wasn't lying from the jump. For something like that to happen, now check this out, fam. The lawsuit was amended from 2006 to 2007 because there wasn't a Hamptons party. There wasn't a all-white Hamptons party thrown by Diddy in 2006. So the lawsuit now says, well, it was 2007. These are things, certain things that happen in your life you will never forget. And I'm talking about traumatic things, especially as an adult. You're a little kid, maybe you don't remember the exact day, you don't remember the exact year, you just know it happened. But when you grown, you think about it right now, fam. Every single tragic moment that has ever happened in your life since you've been grown, you remember the exact year. You ain't got to go look up no papers or nothing. You know, man, that was a bad year. That's what we say. Horrible year. Can't wait till this year is over. Right or wrong? You say, man, This was a bad year. You'll never forget that year. Every single traumatic thing that has happened to me in my life since I've been an adult, I go straight to the year. I don't need to go look anything up. I can go straight to that year. Now, this is as traumatic as it gets. This right here is for a man, one could argue it's worse than death. Because a man stands on manhood first and foremost. There are men who are dead today because they stood on manhood. They took manhood too far. It's like, I'm standing on it, and or they got manhood confused. They got manhood confused with thinking things through, thinking it all the way through. They allowed their pride to get in the way. They got manhood confused with pride. They didn't know how to play the stage. They didn't understand how to make adjustments. They got into an argument and didn't understand that it wasn't even necessary to swing on that dude. It wasn't necessary to swing on that woman. It wasn't necessary to pull up on that, your brother-in-law who was pretty much lying in wait. He knew you was coming. You're a man, then put your hands on your sister. You finna rush on over there. You ain't thinking about nothing but knocking his head off. And you pull up and get your head knocked off because you know what you're gonna do, but you don't know what the next man is gonna do. So this guy says, initially in his initial filing, that the alleged assault happened in 2006. They discovered that there was no white party in 2006, but it was one in 2007. So let's amend this thing to say 2007. Remember, fam, this is a traumatic experience. And he forgot the year. A grown man forgot the year that something traumatic as another man running up in him from the back. He forgot that happened. He forgot the year that happened. Okay. All right, let's give him that one. Let's move on. Secondly, in his filing, he said he never got married due to the trauma of the rape. But in the new filing, he says he was married at the time and was too ashamed to tell his wife after suffering through the assault. Nah, fam. You can't leave that out. You can't leave out you was married. That's too big. You can't leave that out. You just can't leave something like that out. That don't even make sense. I'm gonna file this paperwork anonymously as John Doe, and I'm gonna leave out the fact that I was married. That's the thing. I'm more ashamed. I'm gonna leave out the fact that I was married, but I'm filing this case. That don't make sense to me. But I'm gonna leave it out now. But then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna put it in that I'm married, that I was married. Come on, fam. That just don't make sense to me. Maybe some of y'all can figure it out. Now, earlier I was about to address someone in the comments who made a statement, and I decided to keep it moving because I didn't want to interrupt the flow of my commentary. So here I am, I'm back. Somebody said, you're not a lawyer. I know. I'm better than a lawyer. I'm a person with experience, and I understand human nature. And I've lived long enough to recognize BS when I see it and when I hear it. So I don't have to be a lawyer. You sound like one of those people who believe everything that a doctor tells you. You go in there perfectly healthy. Yeah, I'm just coming for a checkup. You know what, man? Your arm doesn't look right. We need to cut it off. Okay, doctor, we need to cut it off right away. Let's get this started. Get this procedure started right now. You just lay on the damn table right then and there and get your damn hand cut off. Get your whole arm cut off. Now let's go all the way back to the beginning, fam. Let's go all the way back to the fact that this guy was a security guard working. Security. If you're working security for Diddy in 2007, the rumors were already out. Diddy not letting just anybody be around him working security. Diddy is you're only working security for Diddy if you are a trusted member of his personnel. You got to be a trusted individual. In fact, all of the people around him in his close circle got to be trusted. It don't get no closer. Your security and your assistant and your manager, they are the closest people to you when you are a celebrity. Security, manager, assistant. Those people typically know damn near everything about you. Especially that assistant and that security, because the manager may manage other people and they may not be around you at all times. Management can take a break, and a lot of times they come around when it's time to do stuff. Well, the assistant is always around because they're handling your personal stuff. You might get the assistant to get up and go to the store for you in the middle of the night to go get some personal products. They going to get food. They making doctor appointments. They're buying gifts for your wife and your girlfriend or your girlfriends. The assistant knows everything. And when you move, the security guard sees everything. The security guard spends a lot of time. Security spends a lot of time with you. So you trying to tell me you didn't know how Diddy was rocking? Come on, fam. Come on, fam. And you are security. You're supposed to be a little sharper than everybody else in the club. You're supposed to be a little sharper than everybody else at the event. You're supposed to be looking out for things like this. You're supposed to be aware of people with unscrupulous behavior. You're supposed to be on the hunt for nefarious intent. Come on, fam. This common sense. I ain't got to be no damn lawyer. This is common sense. You security, but you drinking. Come on, fam. You kicking it, man. You partying. Now, I do believe that security work. I mean, security do drink. I've seen security drinking on the job. I've seen that. In fact, I was in a situation once where I had to call out a security dude. And he was hot at me. Man, he was hot. Big old dude. He was mad at me. Big old dude. That boy had to be a good 6'6", maybe 6'7", 280. You know? Yeah. But he was drunk. And I had to tell him about himself. We was all in the van. And I'm going to try my best to go around these names, try to paint the picture for y'all without saying names. But we smelled alcohol in the van. And he went on and spoke up and said, yeah, that's me. That's me. I said, so somebody was like, man, you need to, do something about that, man. You need to go goddamn brush your teeth and drink some Listerine. Nah, you need to get out of this damn van and go back to the hotel and get yourself some sleep because you're going to get somebody killed. Now, wait a minute, Willie D, you don't know me. I said, I don't got to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to be, if somebody want to ride on us, you're going to be the first one. It's going to be so easy because there ain't no buffer. You ain't alert. You off your game. Man, that size, all that old size don't mean nothing. You know, one of the most difficult things to stop in the world is a determined mind. When you're determined, it is very difficult to stop a person who is determined to do anything. It is very difficult to stop a person who is determined to make something out of themselves. It's very difficult to stop a person who is determined to finish school and go to college and pursue a particular profession. It is very difficult to stop a person who is determined to just get up and make their bed every morning. Simple things. It's difficult to stop a person who is determined to be on time for appointments. It is very difficult to stop a person who has made up their mind that I'm going to get him. And I don't care if I go to jail. I don't care if I get popped up afterwards. As long as I get him, it don't matter. I'm going to get him. That is very difficult to stop a person like that. In most cases, you're not going to stop that person. That dude who went out and killed the CEO of United Healthcare Insurance, he was determined. And while he tried to get away, I'm sure he had come to the resolve that if I do get caught, so be it. But I am determined to stop this guy. I can't get them all. I ain't going to be able to get them all, but I'm going to get him. No matter what, I'm going to get him. And he got him. So, yeah, I called that fool out and was ready to chop him down. You ain't going to be, it's going to be tough, man, to get me, man, if you incapacitated, if you drunk, if you high, that's the time to strike. You ever be around people and people say, man, leave him alone, he drunk. That's the time I want to get him. That's the time to get him. I want to win. I want you to be drunk running up here. Yeah, I want you to be high. I'm not interested in tough fights. I'm interested in winning every time. I ain't going around picking on people, messing with folks, because I know how it go. Conflict is costly. Even if you win, you might lose. So people that go around starting stuff, kicking up dust, eventually they're going to get it. You better believe that. So the best thing to do is you can be all about that life, but hold on to your resources. You know, like hold on to your resources. You don't use your resources for every little quarrel, right? Just when you have to, you pop out, handle your business, and keep it moving. I've seen a number of guys who's supposed to be working security drinking. I've seen them fraternizing with women. If you work in security, your entire job, all of the actions that you take should involve securing your client, making sure your client is secure. How are you going to protect a client when you over there, you ain't even looking? Okay, let's say you are looking, but you're drinking like this. You're off, man. You're off. You got to have them hands free. You're going to be more, you're just going to have more action if you got those hands free. You got to have both of those hands free. And you can't be on no damn phone. Yeah. No, man, you got to be ready. You got to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. So I can believe that the dude, I can believe not him, but I can believe a security guy was drinking. I can believe a security guy was drinking on the job. I can believe that. I don't know if this guy was, but I can say that security guys do drink on the job. Absolutely, Will. Denzel, the equalizer. 7 say the police do too. Yeah, police drink on the job. Police get high on the job. Yeah. It's a police officer right now watching this live, drinking on the job right now. Probably over at his gal house or his side chick house right now, watching the live. Drinking, laying up in the bed. On the clock. Yeah, man. Man, you know how the police pull you over and they searching your cars for stuff? Imagine if they had a sting where the police cars got pulled over for a day, just for one day. Treat them like they do when they do the stings for in prison, when they go in and raid all the jail cells. They just randomly check everything. Do that. Do it just one time. Boy, I bet you find all kind of cocaine and perks, alcohol, heroin. You'll find all kinds of stuff, man. Yeah. Just raid it just one time. Just do it one time, man. You clear out half the police force. What's up, Linda Person? Marley P. Marley said, we can't trust the police. Secret Service makes mistakes, but you think you should trust a random celebrity security guard? What the hell are we talking about? Real talk. Most of these stick dudes that be working security be your homeboys. They ain't got they shooters, but they don't even go to the range. Yeah. A good security guy is a smart security guy. It's the type of guy who don't want no trouble. It's the type of guy who's supposed to be, who should be able to foresee potential trouble and help you avoid it, help his client avoid that trouble. How does drinking, now he didn't specify if he was actually working at the time. So I'm not sure if this was, he's supposed to be on duty. We actually, if you're with your client, you're supposed to be on duty at all times. I don't know if security work for 10 hours and then you off and now you ain't got to protect me no more. We just kicking it right now. But you with me, you hanging out with me. Somebody run up on me, you can just let it go down. I don't think that's how it go. But maybe he had a special arrangement. Miss Jazzy is in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy? If you're just now joining, fam, you're trying to figure out where we are with this, and what my take is on this. That's three major bones of contention here for me, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. So we have the alleged victim. That's the guy to the right on your screen, who has his image blocked out, his face blocked out. This guy says that he was screaming and telling Diddy to stop after Diddy, took him from the back. So he spoke out after filing an amended lawsuit. He described the alleged RAPE he claims went down after a party in the Hamptons. So this was after the party in the Hamptons, after a party in the Hamptons, he's drinking. Diddy gave him a drink and then, violated. So the man is suing anonymously, and he just filed an amendment to the suit he first filed back in October, claiming he was hired to work security at one of Diddy's parties in 2007. And at some point, Diddy offered him a drink, which he alleges was laced with something. Concealing his face and voice, the alleged victim told CNN the first drink started to have some effect on him, and he just thought, wow, these are some really strong drinks. So he said, okay, so he actually said that the first drink started to have some effect on him. And he said, these are some really strong drinks. So that's my first bone of contention here. Usually when you have a drink, a strong drink, you know a drink is strong. He said, so even if he was a hard drinker, he admitted that the drink was strong to him. It was strong for him. So usually if you're drinking something really strong, you're having a strong drink, you babysit it. You don't just goggle down a strong drink like it's soda or even like it's a regular drink. You know, you take your time with it. And he already admitted that he was already feeling some effect. So if you have a strong drink and you taking your time with it, you're not going to get to a second drink. You're going to be out of here. You're going to be lights out by the time you're not going to even finish that drink. He said it wasn't until the second drink and it was already too late. But he realized there was something wrong with the drinks. Once he was incapacitated, he claims Diddy forced him into an SUV and began sodomizing him. He says he was screaming and telling him, stop. It was incredibly painful, and he was acting like it was nothing, and he seemed to be disconnected from it. Now the amended lawsuit filed by the alleged victim's attorney, Tony Bugsby, contains two major changes from the original filing. First, he initially claimed the Hamptons party happened in 2006. He now says it was 2007. So that's my second bone of contention. When something happens dramatic to you, you remember, especially as an adult. As a kid, you may not have remembered the year, but as an adult, you remember the year. At the very least, you may not remember the day, but you remember the year. I'll bet you $1 to a donut, everybody listening to me right now who had a traumatic thing happen to them in their life while they was an adult, remember that year. Because typically we'll say, this was a horrible year. That's all you think. It was a horrible year. You can't wait to get out of that year. New Year's come, man, you're so just proud. You're just so happy. You're so excited because you're thinking that perhaps the new year will bring on change. It will bring you a greater experience and happier days. So this is why so many people get really, really excited about the new year. You remember. There, short of death, a man getting his manhood taken away from him, somebody violating a man, somebody raw dogging a man, you can't tell me you wouldn't remember something. You wouldn't remember that date. You ain't no way you're gonna get that year confused with something else. Ain't no way you're gonna get that year wrong. Because that's gonna be the year you kill some damn body. That's gonna be the year you go to jail. Okay, the third one. The third bone of contention. Dude said he never got married due to the trauma of the RAPE. He never got married due to the trauma. But in the new filing, he says he was married at the time and was too ashamed to tell his wife after suffering through the assault. Make it make sense. I'm trying to figure out, how do you file a lawsuit about a man RAPINGing you, or RAPing you, but you leave out the fact that you were married in the lawsuit? That don't make sense to me. And now you're coming back to put it in the lawsuit. That part don't make sense to me. If you were ashamed to say that you were married at the time, why file a lawsuit at all? Why not be ashamed of filing a lawsuit also? Or is he trying to say that we filed the lawsuit initially without saying that he was married, so that he could say that, so that the wife wouldn't think that he was sexually assaulted during the time that they were married? Is that what he's saying? Still don't make no sense to me. If the wife with you, she with you. If she riding with you, she riding with you. And it still wasn't clear if the wife was if he's married right now. Is he still married? It just don't make a lot of sense to me. No disrespect. I like Willie D, but he's always giving these rappers excuses, like he gave Tupac excuse and said that that girl was lying about him RAPing her. I do. I first of all, I stand on the girl lying. I still believe she was lying. Yeah, I stand on that. I ain't got no problem standing on it. Secondly, you must suffer from cognitive dissonance, because I'll ride on anybody. I've spoken about rappers being out of pocket many, many times. Perhaps you need to do a deep dive on these videos that I put out so you can see what's going on. I'm just not like some of y'all who hear something bad about a celebrity and pounce on them. I'm not like some of y'all who get excited to see black males be taken out, get taken down. Even when they're in the wrong, I do not want to see that. I'm not going to make an excuse for them, but I just don't want to see it. But if it go down and they got to be punished, then they got to be punished. I don't want to see it, but I'm just saying, I don't like the idea that they're being taken down, but that's what goes with the territory if you're in the wrong. So I'm cool with that. But it's not something that gets me excited. And as Judge Dredd said, I do believe in innocent until proven guilty. Why is it that so many people that want to see this man go down believe in innocent until proven guilty, unless it's somebody they really don't like. It baffles me how many people love to be entertained but hate celebrities. Think about what I'm saying, fam. Everybody want to be entertained, but nobody likes entertainers. Make it make sense. I can go on any platform, any one of these social media platforms, and get into the comments when somebody accuses a celebrity of something. Go into any comments section, and you will see so many people just dragging that celebrity. Go into a comment of somebody, of a regular person, and oftentimes that person get the benefit of the doubt. People got different angles all over the place. But when it comes to a celebrity, everybody hate that person. The comments are not consistent with the number of people that follow them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they must be pain freaks, because I don't follow people I don't like, unless perhaps if it's a president or somebody who is in power and that makes decisions that affect my life. Other than that, I just don't follow people I don't like. I don't listen to them. I don't go to their platforms. I don't give a damn about them or nothing they're saying. I don't care what they got going on. It's of no interest to me. I can go and see people who are not black get accused of things, go to the platform where their people are on, and those people are praying for them. Those people are highlighting that person's strengths. Those people are only talking about the facts. They're not going in tearing the person down. Now, this is something that black folks got on lock. That I will say. Black folks are pretty damn good at going in on their own and wanting and wishing to see the downfall of their own. Now, I am aware that there are trolls out there and there are bots out there that are pervasive on black platforms, or platforms where predominantly black people gather. I do know that. So sometimes it may seem like the black community is against a black person, but they're really not. It's the bots. And so it kind of throws you off, because they have a mission to run interference and spread propaganda and try to make us look bad. That's what they do. Who is they? Anybody that don't like us. Nah, that's for all y'all. Who is they? Who is they? Like, that's gonna scare somebody. You scared to say they? Who's scared to say who they is? Anybody who got a problem with us. Everybody want the benefit of the doubt for themselves, but they ain't got that type of energy for anybody else. I've seen a lot of these little rappers doing certain things, and what I come to, what I say when I hear about a lot of these rappers being accused of stuff. You know what's the first thing that comes to my mind? I hope it ain't true. I hope it ain't true. If it is true, hey, you deal with it. But I hope it ain't true. But some of us, we see the little youngster getting out of pocket, doing something. We like, yeah, you see that, man? These youngsters crazy, man. They do the youngsters, man. Like somehow, some way, that's going to bring us closer together as a society, as a community. It ain't. How you think you're going to just be talking about people all day and disparaging somebody all day, but they're supposed to respect you and appreciate you? You can't even stand their existence, but they're supposed to respect you and respect yours. It don't go like that. How easy is it? How hard, how difficult would it be to see anybody, especially your own people, be accused of something and just say, this is what it is. This is what the person being accused of. That's messed up. Damn, that's messed up. Now, if it is true, woo, woo, woo. But if it's not, do. Something need to be done, right? I've been on platforms. I go on a lot of different platforms. I've been on platforms where predominantly white folks gather. And when a white person get killed by the police, universally, the comment section, the entire comment section, I ain't talking about a few people. I'm talking about the entire comment section. It's giving that person who got killed the benefit of doubt. Even if they had a gun, even if they were holding a gun. Well, he wasn't shooting him. He didn't shoot the police officer. They figure out some kind of way to blame the cop. They figure out if they're not blaming the cop, they figure out some kind of way to justify that person's action. Well, maybe he was going through something, mental health, that's a serious thing, mental health. And, that's what they do. They try to find redeemable qualities in the person who got killed. But us, many black folks, that's what he get. He won't do that no more. I bet you that. Hey, man, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. The whole time. Let a black person do something. Let a black person don't comply fast enough. The entire section of the entire comment section going to be in there talking about, I'm talking about on these white platforms, primarily these Yahoos and Daily Mails and Bright Hearts and all that kind of stuff. What's it called? Breitbart? Yeah, Breitbart. Those type of platforms, the Foxes. Let a black person get killed by the police because they didn't raise their hand fast enough, or they turned around and walked away, or they were sitting in the car and wouldn't roll their window down. Let any of these type of things happen. Man, them people gonna be in the comments. Well, he should have just complied. Should have just rolled the window down. Should have da. And you'll have some Negroes that'll be in that same comment section saying, I'm black, and I say that he should have complied, as if them being black validates what the cop did. Like they get extra points for their comments because they're black. Anytime I hear somebody say, I'm black, and I already know that's a sellout. I'm black, and I already know they finna go against the collective thoughts of black people. I already know. I'm not a Donald Trump supporter, but here come the BS. That's a good one right there. I'm not a Trump supporter, but when they say but, I already know they're a Trump supporter. Bughorse DC, what up? Jackie O. Hadley Scott McIntyre says, I'm for the Don. Vicky Slaughter. What's up, Vic? Antoinette. Pretty girl. Delia. Will 23. Will got to be one of Will say 23 say Trump ran on law and order. How you gonna have 34 damn felony convictions running on law and order? Yours truly, Toya. Yeah, let's see. Orlando Strong. And fam, I want y'all to think about this. To Orlando's point, you got people that ain't got no proof and they disrespecting Jay-Z. They ain't got no proof that he did nothing. They got no proof, but they disrespecting him, right? You got the American media propaganda machine in cahoots with the government, who set out to destroy black folks' image around the globe way back during what we talking about, way back during slavery and even before slavery. Before slavery, they set out to destroy black folks' image. They had zero proof. They had zero proof that we were savages. Zero proof that we were criminals. Zero proof that we were inhumane. They had zero proof that we were outlaws. But they figure out a way to make the world believe it. And to this day, even with all of our gains, all of our strides, all of our accomplishments, our perseverance, our resilience, they got some damn fools out there that believe it, still believe it. Brand new fools born every day that believe it. Now, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like it when it go down that way, but you gonna do your own like that? Make it make sense. If he wrong, all right, give it to him. Give it to him. If he wrong, give it to him. I ain't got no problem with that. Just like I've never had any problem with accepting my punishment when I was wrong. Okay, I did it. I was wrong. I did it. They got me. Okay, I'm going to face the music. Anybody that does wrong, break the law, violate somebody, there should be some type of penalty for that. My point is that, yes, they should pay for that, right? But my point is, I'm not in the business of looking forward to stuff like that. When I hear about stuff like that, I'm not the one that root for that person's downfall. I say that's messed up. Depending on what they did, I hope they can bounce back from it. I hope their family can bounce back from it. That's where I'm at with it. Some people need to be destroyed. I'm not so sure if Jay-Z is that person that needs to be destroyed, because I ain't heard nothing yet about Jay-Z. I ain't heard no evidence. I ain't seen no evidence that makes me say he needs to be destroyed. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard it. All I've heard is okay, well, where he did bad business and he treated this person like. I ain't heard nothing. I ain't heard no crimes. I ain't heard nothing criminal that has made me say, yeah, that man needs to be destroyed. Be careful, family, about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Be careful about spiking your nose. Be careful about spiking your nose to save your face. In the U.S., according to most research, the percentage of false sexual assault cases is considered to be between 2% and 10%. Let's take the 2%. If you had, let's say, 10 million cases, if you had 10 million cases, let me break it down. If you had 1 million cases where people have made claims about sexual assault, and you take 10% of that, well, you take 2% of that, that's 20,000 people lying. That's 20,000 people lying. If you go on the higher end, that's 100,000 people lying. So how is it that we're supposed to believe every single person who makes an accusation about somebody sexually assaulting them? How is it that we, as a community, as a society, believe every single case when the studies say that there are a lot of people that lie? Now, it's important to note that a low rate of false reporting does not diminish the seriousness of sexual assault. Not at all. I think it's one of the most egregious things somebody can do. It's horrible. That's a bad, bad move right there. Because the vast majority of cases are still considered credible. So you got Out of a million, let's say you take the high percentage, the 10%, being 100,000, you still got 900,000 people that are credible. But you have to consider both. And oftentimes we don't. We just hear somebody get accused of something and we just automatically just go in and start calling these people all kind of names, and we just praying for their downfall and can't wait to see them locked up. Got a troll, just got rid of him. Yeah, we get rid of trolls around here. Why? Because trolls are hoes. They got to go. They got to go. Block party officially has started. We ain't got a whole lot of juice in this country, fam. And I'm telling you, whatever juice we got, we need to try to hold on to it. We need to try to protect it. Because guess what? These other folks, they're not hell bent on destroying the juice that they have. Some of the juice that they have are, involve people who are outright criminals. And because those people have their best interest, because they benefit in some way from that person with that juice, they're not going to let you destroy them. I'm going to tell you how cold they are with it. They have destroyed every major movement that involved Black folks who had organizations, who formed organizations to protect themselves from outside attacks. But the KKK still riding. They ain't never stopped the KKK from riding. The KKK still got offices. They still got their name on buildings in this country. With all of the crime that they've done, with all of the terrorizing that they have done, the KKK still rides. You know why? Because that's their muscle. Yeah, man. See, we would be like, yeah, man, they need to get locked up for all that stuff they did. They need to be locked up. They are criminals. They did still get it. KKK still riding. Members of the KKK include lawyers, doctors, scientists, bus drivers, teachers, members of the clergy, politicians, members of law enforcement. Yeah. You got people in the FBI. You got people in the FBI who got that Nazi tatted on their neck, on their back, on their arm. They're not going to get rid of them because that's their muscle. See, too often we form our opinions based on the opinions of others who have zero interest in our plight. zero interest in our survival. Too often, we allow our enemies to pick our friends for us. I would never allow my enemy to pick my friends. Your enemy, you have an open enemy telling you who the bad guy is, who not the like, who you can't be friends with. If you be friends with them, then we're going to cut you off. We ain't going to deal with you. We're not going to like you. We're not going to give you certain access. Okay, and I don't need it. I'm going to create my own. How you not, as a black person, not going to like Louis Farrakhan, no matter what somebody accuse him of? With all of the black people that he's saved, all of the black people that he's made respectable, all of the black people throughout these prisons that were incarcerated, that came out and he cleaned them up, made them respectable members of society. Ain't nobody else got that track record. Can't nobody come close to it. Man, I don't give a damn what they accused him of. Can't nobody come close to Louis Farrakhan's record for what he's done for the black community. Now, you don't see it because you're thinking, well, he ain't did nothing for me. You're looking for what he's done for you personally. I'm looking at the collective. I'm looking at all of these men and women. Of course, you got backsliders. You got dudes that been in NO. You know, they've been in the nation, in the NOI, and they backsliders. They become criminals. You know, they still eat pork and drink and cuss and act a fool and all that stuff. I ain't talking about those. You're going to always have some backsliders, whether they're Islam or Christian, you know, no matter what they're, Muslim, Christian, whatever, you're going to always have backsliders. I'm talking about the ones he saved, the ones he's cleaned up, the ones he's taken off the streets, the ones that he has hipped to the system, who are properly raising their babies to become future leaders, productive, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. I'm talking about all those people. They don't want you to know about that because they're not interested in those type of blacks. They're interested in the blacks who are entertainers, who are at the levels where most people, including white people and other people, can only hope to be at. These entertainers, most of these entertainers have achieved the type of level of success nobody is going to get close to. So they make us aspire to be that. And the odds are astronomical compared to aspiring to be good businessmen and women, aspiring to be doctors and lawyers, because you go to school for law and you dedicate it and you got enough sense, you're graduating, you're going to pass the bar. Same thing with medical school, you're going to graduate, you're going to pass, you're going to get your certificate, you're going to get your license. That's how it goes. So you got a greater chance of becoming a lawyer than you do a rapper, a successful rapper who can pay bills and get real big money. Same thing with being a lawyer, a doctor. Same thing with being a businessman, a businesswoman. There's more people out here that are businesswomen and businessmen who got more money than rappers got. They got more money overall. The private sector got more money than entertainers. But they train us to just focus on what entertainers got going on. And they try to get us to focus on aspiring to be something, that to try to attain something that's in many cases unattainable. Jay-Z's success is your success because it opens doors. It opens minds. You understand? It gives opportunities, new opportunities to others who see what he's done and said, okay, if he can do it, well, maybe they was lying on the blacks. Maybe it's some other blacks that's good enough to be in that position, to handle that role. If Antoine Fuqua can shoot a movie like that, can shoot a high budget cinematic movie like that, dramatic cinematic movie like that, perhaps the other blacks are intelligent enough to do it. If Doug Williams is intelligent enough to lead his team to a Super Bowl and win, perhaps there's other blacks out there can do it. Because we've been trained and we've been taught that blacks are not intelligent enough to be quarterbacks. You know, they can't read the plays. You know, they're dumb, they're slow. But this guy just did it. Or maybe it's some more of them out there. Let's see. Doug Williams' success was all of the black quarterbacks' success who came after him. That's how you got to look at it. When Chamillionaire won the Grammy for Best Rap Song, Riding Dirty, I called let me back up. My graphics designer called me, R.I.P. Clyde Brazil. R.I.P. Clyde Brazil. Clyde called me and he said, man, you saw Chamillionaire won the Grammy? Because we had the same graphics designer. He said, you saw Chamillionaire won the Grammy? I said, yeah, I saw we won. You see, Chamillionaire winning that Grammy opens more doors for me. And it opened doors also for other artists from Houston. Damn, you got a dude in Houston that's winning the Grammys and he getting all this attention. Well, maybe it's some more action in Houston. Maybe they got some more of them like him out there. Let's go see. Chamillionaire won the Grammy for Best Rap Song. Maybe there's other artists in the South who can do the same thing. Maybe there's other artists in the South who are just as talented to be able to win or have an opportunity to win a Grammy. Opens more doors. It opens minds. So that's how I looked at it. Bun B owns Trill Burgers. Trill Burgers was voted by Good Morning America as the best hamburger in the entire nation. Bun B is from Houston. He grew up in Port Arthur, but Bun B is from Houston. When Bun B win, I win. Because guess what? There's people out there that's doing business with Bun B that's saying, yeah, man, yeah, Bun B, the rapper, yeah, from Houston. Yeah. Well, let me see if some other rappers out there who let me see if I can link up with Willie D or something, perhaps, and we can do some business. Maybe I'll open up Trill Hot Dogs or something. Bun B has an event that he does at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo every year. He puts on a big concert, tens of thousands of people every year. The fact that Bun B is in that position to have that type of power, and he has his own night at the rodeo, which is the biggest single event in Houston every year. It lasts about 3 weeks. Bun B got one of those days. They make millions and millions and millions of dollars on that one night. And Bun B is running the show. That make others, perhaps even at the rodeo, say, man, let's give Willie D a call and see if he want to get down on something like this. Or that makes somebody else that's doing another big show somewhere saying, man, let me see if Face want to do something. You know, let me see if Slim Thug want to do something. Them my homies. So if they get some action, I might be able to get some action. You catch me? See, we be thinking too individual. We be thinking too individual sometimes. We think too individually sometimes. I just banned another troll. Anybody else want to get blocked before I start back? Because I've been blocking, you know. I've been blocking as I've been talking. So anybody else want to get blocked right quick? Come on, man. Go on, say what you got to say right now so I can block you right now so I ain't got to come back to you. The uncivilized mutts have fallen into the chat. Demetrius Russo, what up? Stephanie Thorne, what it do? Willie D's pops. Interesting handle there. See what Christina talking about. Hi, Scarface. I miss Ghetto Boys. You were an awesome lyrical genius. Appreciate you, Christina. Yeah, Brad doing all right. You know, that dude there, he gonna outlive everybody. He gonna outlive all of us. See, one of the biggest problems is for us, fam, is that hold on a second. Let me see. Did I get another troll? Looking for uncivilized mutts to block. Okay, so one of the biggest problems for us, fam, is that we live in a country where we're targeted by our own government for failure on every level you can think of. They got entire think tanks devoted to making sure that Black folks only get so far. Entire. I know some of y'all think that's absurd, but that's because you're slow and you're not really thinking. All you got to do is just watch what happens. Just watch their actions. Just watch what happens year after year after year after year, decade after decade, century after century, and you can see what's happening. So we have people who are, the government makes the laws, the government enforces the laws. So we have to try to be a system within a system, operate as a system within a system, because the system is apparently stacked against us, obviously stacked against us. It's obviously rigged against us. So when we hear information, we get information, we have to know how to discern that information. We have to know that when they say this is what the men are thinking, this is what women are thinking, they got to know that ain't what women are thinking, that ain't what men are thinking. That ain't what black women are thinking. That ain't what black men are thinking. That's just what women are thinking and men are thinking. A lot of times in the black community, our relationships don't go right. The moves that we make don't go right because we try to live by their standards, and their standards are not for us, it's for them. So what works in their household don't work in our household because we're living under two different systems. Now, some of y'all don't like that because y'all want to believe that we're all equal. Y'all want to believe that the government, it cannot be that corrupt. It's no way possible. Y'all don't want to believe that. So you try to live your life based on how they say you should live and what they say women want or men want, and what's going on over here, what's going on over there. And you realize you go out there and bump your head, and some of you still don't catch it. You just think that it was happenstance. No. It's all by design. Got me another one. Got another one. Hold on. Where you at? Don't go nowhere, sucker. I'm going to get you, sucker. Here we go. Just banned another one. Block party open. Who else? What Birdman do? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What's up, Marie? Keith Moulton. What's up, Keith? Sharon Dorsey. See the Virgin Islands checking in. Marie. Virgin Islands. Pamela Taylor, what's up? All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. I see some bald head trolls. That's dope. Trap C. What's up, Trap C? I see some bald head trolls. Magic. Who was that? Phenomena. Magic Phenomena. Jay Will see all cap. Our grown man security guard don't have the intensity to come back and get his revenge later. You got to understand, man, that a lot of these dudes really ain't built like men. They not really built like that. They've had that the masculinity. They've been robbed of their masculinity. So a lot of these dudes ain't even built like that, like, because, it's certain dudes, you try that on, you do something like that on, night go with that. Night come with that. Night. I'm talking about that dark tunnel with the light at the end that Jamie Foxx was talking about. He said he didn't see a light, but there's going to be a light down there at the end if you try the wrong one. Maurice Wade, what up? All right, fam. That's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Nurse Fancy, what it do? Sheik Berber, Abian Ali, Al Moroccan, American. All right, that's my time, fam. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.